Today is a beautiful, brisk fall day, and it's wonderful to just go out to the garage, turn the key, and the bike is ready to go. Now, but the problem with my MT09, it took me 2 years to get it to this point where I really feel like it's my bike. I started off here with, I would say, a very stock-looking bike, and I didn't like any of the flat parts. I didn't like the flat paint. I didn't like the blue wheels. I didn't like the titanium exhaust that wasn't polished. I didn't like the big license plate on the back. But Vlad helped me out with some carbon fiber parts. I made some carbon fiber parts. I did a lot of the paint work. John Pothia helped me with some custom graphics. And among other things, the little details you see start to add up, but the big feature is the wheels. And the wheels consumed an awful lot of time, as well as painting just a lot of the flat black parts, either blue or shiny black. Today I have to make a corporate decision. Do I want to go down to the local gym, get all sweated up and touch things that everybody else has been touching and sitting on and whatever? Or do I want to pick a bike out of my collection and go ride the wheels off it and get tired and exhausted and hungry and enjoy the whole day? It's a no-brainer. So every one of the motorcycles in my collection works a different part of your body, and that's why you have to ride each one to maintain that perfect physique that we all want and don't have. And when you want to build big biceps up, there you go. And when you want to go through the gears, work that upper body, work those lower ankles, it's really funny, but this is a gym. And when you want to work on some of your emotional problems, there's nothing to straighten your life out quicker than a ride on the RD. They're all different, they're all fun, and we're going to get out on the open road here momentarily. We have a couple of things to do for Karen, and it'll be time to go riding. Now, my routine for going for a ride, I try to ride every day possible. I have between 3 and 4 hours to do whatever it is that I want to do, whether it's wax a bike, polish it, ride it, whatever. But I try to devote that much time per day to the motorcycles. And what that does, it helps me balance my family life and time I spend with my grandson with being in the saddle and riding a motorcycle. And some people have different requirements. Some people enjoy different things. Some people enjoy riding different motorcycles. I like to be as safe as possible, as cautious as possible, check the air, check the chain, check the oil every time I ride the bike. And every once in a while you do catch something. And in this case, I had ridden in through something that got all on the exhaust pipes. I don't want to ride the bike with the pipes all greased up and everything. Takes 30 seconds to do that, and you can ride. And in my case, I want to ride a clean bike. I put a lot of time into the wheels, a lot of time into the little custom touches of the bike, a lot of time into Karen's garden. And a lot of people don't want to spend the time, and I understand that, and we could still be friends. If you live in an apartment without a garden, we could still eat eggplants together. If you like riding a bike with saddlebags or a chopper or a dirt bike, on-road, off-road bike, the point is, and always remember that, we could still be friends. Okay guys, who's hungry here? Let's go. Time is money. Time is fish food here. Let's go, baby. So what are you making while I'm out riding here, Bride?
I'm going to make some more roasted tomato sauce.
Roasted? We're eating a lot of tomatoes, aren't we? Going to turn into a tomato.
We have a lot of tomatoes.
You got more out there, too.
Yep.
On the way up to the riding area, I passed this place called Garden Paradise. And what they have, Karen and I have stopped in here, they have these giant fiberglass animals that I guess you put in your backyard or on your lawn or something. And I went in and talked to the guy because we were up in this area anyway. I wanted to see how these were made. Are they molded? Are they cast? Or whatever. I have some cast cement things in my yard, little bunny rabbits and birds and stuff. But this place is a very unique place. If you have a big backyard and you're looking to decorate it with unusual stuff, boy, this is the place to check out. And it's right on Route 46, just before Willowbrook. And every time I go past it, it seems like there's different animals out. And there's actually a factory on the way out here. It already has the giraffe out on their front lawn, all painted up. Now, I understand everybody's just a little different. Some people love to keep a bike exactly stock and keep it so it looks like the same day you picked it up at the dealer. And some people like to do radical customizations where the bike basically gets a little difficult or an uncomfortable ride. I'm in the middle. And I always look at a motorcycle from every possible angle, even higher than you normally would view it and lower, looking for different styling cues, things I can change. And this bike, it was 2 years in the making. And every time I look at it, I think, worth every minute. Now, I remember the first H1 I had, one of the first things I did, I don't think the bike was a month old, and I painted it a different color. I wasn't happy. And I did kind of a custom paint job for what was appropriate, the bell bottoms of the time, of the era. And about half the people were just in love with it, and half of the people didn't like it at all. Now, the restriction now is never to change anything on a motorcycle that makes it uncomfortable to ride or impractical or in some way makes it look like a Mr. Potato Head bike. It doesn't belong. And in the end, the ultimate thing is when you can convince people in the know that the factory made it that way. Now, one thing that played to my advantage is I didn't have to change the ergonomics on this bike. I've never even adjusted the handlebars or the foot pegs or the seat. I fit right on this bike like they used me for the crash dummy when they designed it. And that worked in my favor. It let me have a lot more time to worry about things like the angle of the windshield. And just having an angle on a windshield slightly different than the brackets they give you, and I made several sets of the brackets, made a big difference to me. when I started painting the various flat black parts and gray parts blue, I realized the more blue I added to the bike, the more I liked it. Of course, it's all in the eye of the beholder. And that color blue out in the bright sun, that really, with the silver wheels, that really floats my boat. And being honest, all the custom styling cues, the getting rid of the screws and the scoops, painting that little piece around the head like gloss back, black not flat, and the striping on the windshield. These things all took a lot of hours of thought. And again, being honest, some of the things I've done in the past, I wasn't happy with them. I did a lot of work to two-stroke engines that made the bikes a lot faster and basically no fun to ride, or dangerous, or both. And I wanted to keep one thing, the engine totally stock. So I linked up with this little group. I guess they were touring bikes, I couldn't really tell. And followed them around a little while, thinking maybe they were going to go for up some back road I had never seen before. But they stayed on the main road. I followed them for a little while, thinking maybe they'd stop and we'd look at the bikes, but they kept going. And since I try to ride almost every day, the number one thing on a bike also is it's got to be comfortable, as well as fun to ride and realistic. It can't have a 2x4 for a seat or something unrealistic. And when you ride every day and you want to enjoy the ride, the rules of engagement change quickly, and the first thing changes, you want to have a comfortable seat and a comfortable set of handlebars right away. Now, if you do a lot of the riding that you do far from home or on long trips, even more important that the bike is stone reliable. You don't have a battery that's on its way out, a set of ball tires that have a nail embedded into them and they're losing air, or the oil from 5 years ago. And today on a ride, I got to see some of the first trees that are turning colorful, yellow, orange, red. Pretty soon we'll have a lot of nice photo ops. It happens very quickly, and all of a sudden, everything's beautiful. And one of the things I wouldn't consider changing on this bike, the exhaust system. There's no muffler. It's just a cat with baffles. And I spent a lot of time polishing and buffing it, and it lets the engine work the way it's supposed to work down low. And sadly, this time of year, we're coming up on the end of the flower season, and usually there's an overlap between when we still have some flowers and some colorful leaves on the trees, and that's probably within the next 2 weeks or so. And I would much rather be on the back roads. I just find this more interesting than following the double yellow line all day. But anyway, it did turn out to be a very eclectic day. We did get some of everything. And the Valentine radar detector saved our bacon more than once. And it just turned out to be a great day. And this bike has been a really nice adventure right from the day Karen got it for me for my birthday. We've got over 13,000 miles on it in a little over 2 years. I've done so many little detail changes to it, but I honestly and truly feel right now it is my motorcycle. But every part of customizing a motorcycle is really in the eye of the beholder and to the person who's doing it and who's going to ride the bike and own it. And what you like, somebody else might think is hokey. What they think is hokey, you might like. And it's in the eye of the beholder. And usually anything I do, I consult with friends and I consult with people I know who share my love of motorcycling. And at the very end, I always consult with my bride, who's a trained artist, and she always will give me her honest opinion even when I don't want to hear it. And it looks like in my case, I set out to do something 2 years ago, and I did it in a lot of little steps, and boy, a lot of videos, and a lot of paint, and a lot of sandpaper. And in the end, I got something that really pleases me a lot. And as I always say, no matter how many things I do or how long it takes me to do them, it's always a work in progress. I always am dreaming of different things to do, new things, and I have a couple ideas for this winter, and dreams are free. Now, I basically have been riding motorcycles my whole life. I'm 77, and there's still roads I want to go down. I still wake up every morning, want to get out to the garage, pick a motorcycle, and get out on the open road. And I hope the videos on my channel, sometime they give you some good ideas of things you want to do to your bike, customize it, put it back to stock, make an evil twin, paint it, sand it, grind it, make it look like it has patina, make it look rusty. I don't know. It's all in the eye of the beholder. And at the very end, we can all go hang out, look at each other's bikes, and be friends. And that's the miracle of motorcycling, is that at the end of it, we can all be friends. Just another absolutely beautiful fall day. And that place that has those fiberglass animals, wow, that is really a cool place. Worth checking out if you have You want to know how to make fiberglass animals. And I've seen a couple in places, people have already bought them, and they have fountains in there and everything. Wild place, check it out. Anyway, another beautiful fall day, and looks like we got another, hopefully 2 months, maybe a month and a half of this beautiful weather. Trees are starting to change already. This is the best time of the year, and hope you enjoy sharing this little slice of our life with us. Karen and I, in the last 32 years, we've managed to turn a really disheveled 110-year-old house into what I think is a nice living space. Managed to turn our backyard into a garden and a pond, something I think is really special. With Karen's decorating ability, we've been able to decorate for the seasons. Every season that goes by, we have decorations everywhere. And we even have pumpkins right now. We have it all, everything. And all that, and all the garage full of rusty motorcycles. So I'm real happy the way it all played out. Karen's real happy. I got great memories of my years of racing and track days and all the meetups and hanging out with friends, making evil twins. It's just one big giant puzzle, and it seems like all the pieces are there, and having a lot of great friends. Hey, hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Ho, 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 and thanks for watching.